What's up, Bills Mafia? I got your stock up and your stock down following the Bills' win over the Colts this past Sunday. But before we get to that, let's get to that intro.
That means that we punched our ticket to go try to win the Super Bowl, and that's it. We got one game at a time, starting at 1 o'clock on Sunday. Love y'all, boys. Love you. I'll go to war with every single one of you, every game, all right? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Win.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have your doubts, not what I'm about, have your fucking cloud. It be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, bitch I'm legend bound, can't stop me now. You don't wanna fuck with me, a slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. 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 It's showtime.
That notification bell because I always forget to tell you. Well, Bills Mafia, I have your stock up and your stock down following the Bills' win over the Colts this past Sunday, 30-20. It didn't feel like a 30-20 game. The offense got out the gate slow yet again, but the Bills' defense stepped up. So let's go ahead and get the stock up, stock down going for you. All right, here we go. Stock up, stock down. Once again, shout out to Bills Wire for creating this article. All right, here we go. Stock up, Bills defense. I just mentioned that. With the amount of injuries that the Bills offense was facing heading into this game, including tight end Dalton Kincaid suffering a knee injury over the course of the contest, Buffalo's defense stepped up to carry the team to victory. The Bills picked off Flacco on Indianapolis' first offensive possession, and that set the tone for the rest of the game. It sure did. Teron Johnson. Boy, our boy Teron, huh? Lived up to his contract and then some. Teron Johnson is that dude, man. Thank God he is a Buffalo Bill. That dude, man, let me tell you, man, he's made play after play for this defense, and I think he's the best. I think he's the best nickel corner in the NFL, in my opinion. And I'm glad, thank God, that Brandon Beane gave him that extension a few years back. And I'm sure his contract is probably coming up again. And that's a guy that you want to keep in Buffalo. All right, so next up, let's get to it. Stock up, stock down. Who do we got? All right, stock down. Defensive tackle, Ed Oliver. Oh, Ed. Despite how well the Bills' defense played against the Colts, Oliver did not have his usual impact on the game. In the first half, Colts running back Jonathan Taylor ran all over the defense, and that was due to how well Indianapolis' offensive line was able to limit the impact of players like Oliver. Yeah, listen, man, I think Oliver needs a better DT next to him. He tends to play a lot better when he has better help next to him. Daquan Jones is a really good player, guys. I'm not knocking Daquan Jones. However, Daquan Jones this season, he's not playing like the Daquan Jones before the injury. And I really feel like that's affecting the way Ed Oliver is playing. Now, I'm not saying Ed Oliver is playing bad, but he's definitely not playing as good as he was when he had a healthy Daquan Jones last year before the injury. And now, look, Daquan's healthy. He's obviously out there, but there could also be the factor that he's coming off the injury, a little bit of rust. Also, age has something to do with it as well. I hope the Bills in the offseason get some help on that line next to Oliver, because I do still think Oliver can play at a very high level, but he needs help next to him. And Ed Oliver is undersized at that position, and that's why he definitely needs a bigger DT next to him, in my opinion. So, yeah, stock down in this game. He didn't do a lot, didn't make a lot of noise. But once again, I also think that Daquan Jones plays a big part of that reason. All right, next up. Stock up, quarterback Josh Allen. Allen did not have his best game against Indianapolis, and he was dealing with 2 of his wide receivers missing, as noted. Add into that equation that Kincaid exited the game, and Allen found himself without many weapons to throw to, with wide receiver Mac Hollins leading the team with 86 receiving yards. Never good when Mac Hollins leads the way in receiving yards for this team. But I did say pregame going into that game that it was going to be the Shakir and Mac Hollins show, though it shouldn't be, even without Cooper and Coleman. Now, they did try to get Curtis Samuel going early, and that faded away, as the game went on. I still believe that Curtis Samuel's not 100%. The Bills actually came out, I think, a week ago and said he's still kind of dealing with a nagging injury, which is the turf toe, which I've been saying since week 1 that he wasn't going to be, that he probably shouldn't even be out there, that he should probably get some time off to get 100% because we need a healthy Curtis Samuel. Plus, we paid him a pretty good amount of money to be a Buffalo Bill, I believe a 3-year contract. Listen, man, I still believe that. I still believe Curtis Samuel should get some rest. And maybe right now they're not because of all the other injuries. And if he's able to play, he's able to play. But this bye week can't come soon enough for Curtis Samuel, which we will get after the Chiefs game this weekend. Let's just hope after the bye, Curtis Samuel can return a little bit more healthier, right? Because we do need Curtis Samuel involved. You saw what he did in the past with other teams. He has the tools in the shed, let's just say, to be a good weapon on this team. But if he's playing injured, this is what you get. This is what you get. So Allen went to him early, and it faded away. And then Kincaid got hurt. And now what is he left? He's left with Mac Hollins, and he's left with Shavers and Virgil. And Shavers and Virgil weren't going to get the ball. They're just not going to get the ball. And we knew this. Many Bills Mafia knew this. They were called up for pretty much just to have players out there, I guess. They were, blocking special teams. But we knew this going in, and that's why I said it's going to be the Shakir show with Mac Hollins. And sure enough, that's how it worked. And Josh Allen figured a way to make it work. And I keep telling you guys, I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer here. I'm just concerned about this wide receiver room. We need to get healthy. We need to get these guys back. Cooper, Coleman. We need these guys healthy down the stretch. I know 8-2 is beautiful. Trust me. I've been a Bills fan since 1989. This is a beautiful thing. We haven't had this kind of start since 1993. Trust me, I'm with you guys. I am super happy. And at 8-2 with what's going on with our wide receiver room and the injuries just in general, that's really unbelievable. I get that. I'm with you guys. I am excited. I'm also happy that the rest of the AFC East is garbage. Because if it wasn't, who knows how these games would have gone against the Dolphins that we swept, the Jets. I'm just throwing that out there, guys. So 8-2 is great, but we need to really hope and pray that this team heals up in time for a playoff push and a long playoff run. Because we need these guys, including Curtis Samuel. And by the way, we did get some good news. Matt Milano, they opened the practice 21-day. So great news, coming out of camp for that. So Matt Milano once again, is on his way back to playing a little bit earlier than expected. I think a lot of us had Matt Milano coming back in December is what like most people were saying at the time. So getting Matt Milano back and possibly after the bye week is huge. Maybe even for the Chiefs game. I'm just throwing that out there. Very possible you see Matt Milano at the Chiefs game, right? Playing at home. That will be unbelievable. So the practice window is open for Matt Milano. That's a positive sign for the Buffalo Bills moving forward. All right, let's get back to the stock up, stock down. Stock down, tight end Dawson Knox. You know what? I'm going to read this, but I don't think I agree with this. While Knox had his second best game of the season in terms of receiving yards, it is still painfully clear that he cannot make much of an impact on the offense. Even with Kincaid out of the picture, obvious Knox value goes beyond catching the football. But in a situation where Allen was looking for anybody to catch anyone to catch the ball, Knox did not step up to the plate in that way. I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, going back to the stats, Dawson Knox, 3 targets, 2 receptions, 40 yards. I mean, he was only targeted 3 times. So I don't know if I totally agree with stock down there. In fact, I'm going to go stock up. I'm going to go against Bill's Wire because I think they're completely wrong. Dawson Knox made a big catch in that game. He was only targeted 3 times. You know who this is on? This is on Joe Brady for not getting Dawson Knox more involved. And not only that, maybe, just maybe, they're using him more for blocking in those kind of games because Josh Allen was under pressure a lot in that game. So maybe it's not totally on Joe Brady, but I will say Joe Brady still is responsible for getting Dawson Knox a little bit more involved in the offense than 3 targets. Against a Colts team that was pretty much dead last against tight ends and receiving yards. Like, to be honest with you, to start the game, we should have went 12 personnel. We should have attacked them right away with both tight ends, with Kincaid and Knox, instead of going to Mac Hollins. You get what I'm saying? We should have ran the ball more. There's a lot that could have been done in that game that we didn't do well, and I point the finger at Joe Brady. It's his responsibility to understand the defense's weakness. Going into that game, everybody knew what the Colts were, last in, what they ranked last in, right? What their weaknesses were. For some reason, our coaching staff sometimes goes against the grain, right? They don't go with that. They want to go with what they want to go with. And it backfires sometimes. And I believe this, this whole getting out the gates slow thing is a trend now. And I know you guys are like, who cares? Because we come out the second half and we're on fire. And we're not really on fire. We play a lot better in the second half. But we can't, that's not going to do it against better teams. You can't risk that in the playoffs. Slow starts. Get what I'm saying, guys? That's the only, and that's not being a Debbie Downer. It's just the reality of things. Because we're going to look back in this season. If God forbid we don't make the Super Bowl, we're going to look back in the season and say, what happened? Right? Well, the slow starts weren't good. I'm just saying. So we got to correct that. We got to fix the slow starts. And you got to attack defense's weaknesses. And what do you think the Chiefs did against us in the playoffs? We were down to what? AJ Klein, right? They attacked the hell out of our linebackers. They exposed us in the middle of the field. Absolutely. So, listen, that's what good teams do. They attack the defense's weakness. We need to start doing that more. Joe Brady needs to understand that more. So, just pointing that out. All right, next up. Stock up, wide receiver Mac Collins. Boy, I was just talking about you, Mac. In light of naming Dawson Knox as someone whose stock is declining, which I don't agree with this game, it is important to point out how well Hollins played in this game, especially with being called for more involvement in the offense in the wake of the amount of injuries to the receiving room. Hollins has had his best game of the season by far, and for the Bills, he was the right man for the job. Now, I will say this when it comes to Mac Hollins. He did play a very good game. He played a smart game. That play he made at the end of the first half to get out of bounds, where it was the deep pass, I think it was like, I don't know, 30-something yards, 40 yards, whatever that was. For him to understand that he wasn't touched, caught it, was on the ground, got up, ran out of bounds, which saved a timeout, was really smart football. Smart fundamental football. Like, really smart. And look, man, for some reason, Josh really trusts him. Josh goes to Mac Hollins a lot more than I thought he would. So it is what it is. If Josh is comfortable with it, it is what it is. He stepped up when we had a lot of guys out. So I'll give credit where credit is due. Mac Hollins played a good game that helped this offense. So, but I also saw it coming. So, yes, stock up Mac Hollins. All right, next up. Stock up running back James Cook. I know what you guys are going to say after this. Cook was one of the main reasons that the Bills were in this game due to his work on the ground. Cook ran the football 19 times for 80 yards and 1 touchdown against the Colts defense that was hoping to stop the run in light of Buffalo's missing so many pass catchers heading into the game. By the way, that is the end of that article. Look, man, I like James Cook. He's a good running back. I know you guys think I'm this James Cook hater. I am not. James Cook is a solid running back. However, we have another one that's in the running back room in Ray Davis. It's okay to have a two-headed monster in Buffalo, to use them both. They both bring something different to the running back room. Is James Cook the RB1? Yes. Does he deserve to be the RB1? Yes. Does he deserve to get more carries right now? Yes. But should Ray Davis get more carries in a game? Yes. Ray Davis got, what did he have? He got 3 carries in that game. 3 for 6 yards. That's it. 3 carries, 6 yards. That's not enough. It's not enough, guys. Okay? And that's what I mean about getting the running back run game going, right? James Cook, 19 carries. Fine. Okay. You're telling me Ray Davis couldn't get more involved there? 5 more carries at least? Right? 8 carries total? I mean, come on, man. Sprinkle it in more. Especially on short yardage. Especially in the red zone. Just throwing it out there. So anyways, James Cook stock up. Yes, I will say stock up James Cook. I'm good with that. The rest of the stock up, stock down, that's not here. Stock up to the coaching staff. Yes, I think as a whole, they get stock up. Even though Joe Brady started off slow, not the best play calling in the first half, he adjusted in the second half, and he got us the dub, right? Same with Bobby Babich, who had a complete game as far as play calling. However, I will say the first half run defense wasn't too hot, but as the game went on, even in that first half after that big run by Taylor, the run defense got a little bit better. And then in the second half, totally shut down Taylor, who I believe only had 7 yards rushing in the second half. So you got to give credit where credit is due, and that's on Bobby Babich and the defense. Shout out to Sean McDermott, who had a good game, other than the weird timeouts that he continues to do. I don't know. That's never going to change. Other than that, I thought Sean McDermott had a good game. And Yeah, and once again, got us a dub, right? That's all we wanted. We were on the road, never easy to win on the road, and we got that win. So I'm happy with that. Who else stock up, stock down that I could give my credit to? That's not on here. The defense, yeah. If you want to go Austin Johnson for a second pick, right place, right time, like he said. He read it well. But yeah, another big man interception. So stock up to Austin Johnson for sure for making that play. I mean, guys, once again, man, Austin Johnson coming away with interceptions is crazy to me, right? Right? Like the one guy getting picks, man, is a 350-pound guy. Right? It's crazy. Taylor Rapp, I want to give a shout out to as well. He had an interception in this game too. He's been playing very well. Shout out to, I'll even give stock up to DeMar Hamlin. He seems to be finding the ball when the ball hits the ground on fumbles. Shout out to DeMar as well. Right place, right time, maybe even. But hey, he got it. Shout out to Gregory Rousseau, who also put a lot of pressure on Flacco. Von Miller, I thought, played well. He was putting a lot of pressure as well on Joe Flacco. So, yeah, man, it's just shout out, really. I mean, I know they said the defense, but a lot of the players stepped up on defense. Not so much on offense, but there was a few. As mentioned, Josh Allen, James Cook, Mac Hollins. I thought Khalil Shakir played pretty good, and they didn't mention him in the stock up, so I'll give him a stock up. I thought Khalil Shakir, let's see here. He had 9 targets, 6 receptions, 58 yards. It wasn't an outstanding day, but he made plays when it counted. So, anyways, guys, that's my stock up, stock down. If you guys have any that you want to put, go ahead and put it in the comment section. Bills Mafia, I love you, and as always, go Bills. I'm out of here. Peace.